Hi, welcome back to Women's Lift and Move online workouts. This is our 8th at-home workout. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a static flow. We will be seated, doing some ankle circles, controlled ankle pumps and knee pumps, as well as some hip reaches. After we do our static flow, we're going to move on to some seated 90-90s with a torso reach. Some squats with leg extension and flexion. After the squats, we're going to do 5 per side, single leg RDLs, and then two sets, 1 per side of three reps of 3-point lunge. We'll do all of the flows together. After your flow, we're going to pause the video, or you're going to pause the video, and then you're going to move on to your skill practice. We're going to talk about it for a little bit, and then you're going to pause the video, practice it yourself. I'll do it my part, and then we'll come back and go to our pump it out phase, and then our burn the question phase. So for our skill practice, we're going to do 2 per side, shoe balance, Turkish get-ups. After the Turkish get-ups, you're going to do 4 exercises, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and a 20-second in between each thing. Your 4 exercises are biceps curl, tricep kickbacks, band pull aparts, or active arm circles, and then some flutter kicks. The goal behind this is to get the shoulders supported and your core engaged, because we're going to challenge all of that with, we're going to challenge what we learned in the skill practice and then our muscle engagement with our 5 rounds of burn the questions. So I'm interested to see how long this takes you, so feel free to add it into our comments with our community. So 5 rounds of 4 per side, down and ups. After you do that, you're going to do 8 per side step back lunges, and then 45 seconds of jump rope or jumping jacks. The goal behind the burn the questions is I want you to remind yourself that even if you fall down or roll down, you can always get back up and take flight and jump to wherever you want to go. So, all right, this is our workout for the day. Let's get flowing. All right, let's just go ahead and get started with some seated ankle circles. So hands are just going to float behind you. Support your spine, your neck, as you just lean back and start to circle big toes around. Change directions. You can hear my ankles popping and walking. It's okay, I'm just going to go a little bit slower if that happens. All right, next thing we're going to do, try to spread your toes out wide as far as you can, and then continue those ankle circles with those wide toes. Circle, 2, let's do 4, 3, wide toes, 4. All right, other direction. Okay, let's go ahead and move to controlled ankle pumps and circles. So what you're going to do, let's start with just by pointing our toes. You're going to pull toes back. As toes continue to pull back, ankles are going to flex. Ankles are going to continue to flex as toes pull back. Heels slide on the ground as you start to flex your knees. As you're flexing your knees, you should feel something in the front part of your shin and maybe in the back of your leg as you're pulling your legs back towards your hips. And now, once you flex as far as you can, staying everything engaged, you're going to push your heels down, extend. Point toes, wide. Start to pull toes back, feet out wide, toes back wide. Flex, ankles, start to pull, heels back towards you as your knees Flex, feeling shin, back of legs. Exhale. Let's do one more. Toes wide. Flex. And extend. Circle. Okay, let's move on to our seated hip reaches. So I credit this to some of the jiu-jitsu classes I've been taking. I learned this from them. So pull your toes back, sitting tall. You're gonna reach, crawl your hip forward, 2, 3, and now you're gonna do the same thing, but move your hips back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do that again. Let's go 4 steps forward, 4 steps back. Hands can be on hips if that helps. Reach hips forward, and then 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, shake it out. Let's start moving on to our 90-90s with torso reach. So 90-90 meaning ankle is in line with knee, knee is in line with hip, knee is in line with hip, like so. You're going to start in this position. You're going to reach across and then back. 1. Let's do 2. Engage glute. Because glute is engaged, feeling a stretch in the front part of hip, reaching torso, back to center. 1 more, reach, back to center. Okay, other side. 90-90, ankle in line with knee, knee is in line with hip, vice versa, toes are pulled back. If this is too much for you, what you can do is you can grab a pillow, put it underneath and sit on it, and that should help a little bit, okay? Sometimes this position is a little too intense for some people. Okay, let's move on. So up tall, reaching forward, and all the way back. Around, forward. Back. Last one. Okay, let's move on to 5 per side, single leg RDLs, and then our 3-point lunges. 3 reps of 3-point lunges. So start here, shoulder blades back and down, reach, 1, 2. It's really important here to keep core engaged, line, ear on top of shoulder, shoulder in line with hip, all the way down to our ankle. 3, 4, 5. Other direction. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last thing we have here is 1 per side of 3 reps, 3-point lunges. So I'm just going to start on the side of my mat, forward, side, back, 2, forward, side, back, last one, forward, side, back. Okay, other side. Ready, go. Forward, side, back, forward, side, back. Last one, forward, side, and back. All right. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our skill practice. All right. For your skill practice today, what you're going to do is you're going to set a timer for about 10 minutes. And for that 10 minutes, you're going to cycle through 2 per side of your shoe balance Turkish get-ups. When we do this, our focus is primarily on staying in control and engaged through this whole process, and then turning it into a flow, not just rushing right into the stand up and get up. Really pay attention to the position of your body as you're moving through this. This will help you in the long run when you get back to the gym and start doing it with heavier weights. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on. So what you're going to do is you're going to first start in our lying position. The same leg that is straight is going to be the leg that has the shoe balanced. Straight out, like, oh, excuse me, opposite, that was right, like so. Shoulder blades back and down, foot flexed back towards you. Other hand is out at 45 degrees. I'm starting with the shoe in my left hand, left leg is up. You're gonna push left hip up, rolling on to your shoulder. As you start to feel that shoulder roll, that's when you tell your body, okay, bring it up, feel, and push up to elbow. Once you have that, keeping arms strong, you're going to press up to a tall stand. Once you're there, seated position, I'm going to pull my foot in like so. Eyes are still staying on the shoe, pulling my knee back in line with my hand. This is where you can have the opportunity to check your stance. Is knee in line with hand, and is my ankle underneath my knee? Should feel like, look like a box. After the check, you're going to continue to press up, gaze forward. This is where you choose to close your hip. Either the back foot sweeps behind, so hips are square, or front foot steps forward to make that square. I prefer the latter. Next thing you're gonna do is stand up tall. Whatever hand does not have the shoe in it is the leg that goes back. Reverse, open, stay balanced, slide through. Hand is gonna touch hip, slide down the leg in front of knee, and then reach out about shoulder width distance. Eyes gaze towards the shoe. Kick leg out, sit down on your butt, roll all the way back down. So complete 2 per side. Again, set the timer for 10 minutes, complete 2 per side, and then move on to the pump it, getting arms and shoulders ready. All right, try it. Alrighty, so I'm going to make this real quick because I have a limited amount of battery space left on my camera. So for your Tabatas, or your pump it out phase, we're going to use a Tabata timer. 4 exercises, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Your exercises are bicep curls. You can use soup cans, a band, or water bottles, whatevs. After that you have, again, like I said, let's just go through bicep curls real quick. So I'm going to demonstrate with a band. You're going to step on it like so, closer to the heel, hands scoop under, shoulder blades back and down, and set. Once your shoulders are set and engaged, you have the option to either lean forward here or stay tall. I prefer staying tall, and just bicep curl it out. After that, you have tricep kickbacks. Again, do that 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10-second rest. After that, tricep kickbacks, belly button in, rib cage locked, hips slide back, elbows high, shoulder blades down, kickback. Elbows stay high here. Make sure shoulders do not creep up to your ears, rather wide collarbone, tension underneath shoulder blades. After tricep kickbacks, you have band pull aparts or active arm circles. Band pull aparts, palms up, shoulder blades back and down, and just feel sensation build in between your shoulders. This is not an elbow exercise or a tricep. It is a full shoulder exercise. If you do not have a band, that's okay. Just go to active arm circles. Thumbs will be pointing up, down, back, and forward. Okay, after that you have flutter kicks. You're going to find yourself on the ground. Support your tailbone if you need. Feet reach up, belly button in, rib cage locked, toes float back. Whoop. And there's where it is. Make sure you feel tension build between your rib cage and hips, and flutter kick. In your rest, you're just going to bring your knees into your chest and then go back out. All right. Have fun with the pump it out phase. All right. Making this one really quick. We're going to do further from the questions. You have 5 rounds of 4 per side, unweighted down and ups. After down and ups, you have step back lunges with 45-second jump ropes. So just a quick reminder of down and ups. We're going to do 2 reps per everything. So you're here, leg goes back, roll onto your back, hand supports, stand. Leg goes back, tucks, round, stand up, like so. After that, you have 8 per side, step back lunges, like so. Make sure core is engaged, hips are supported, knees are on top of ankles. After that, you have just jump ropes or jumping jacks. So for jump ropes, just make sure you're landing light, not heavy. And then same with your jumping jacks. All right, enjoy this workout. Let me know how it goes.